when I first started working with you, and I'm sure Georgie can attest this as well, I used to have to physically retain you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
Yeah,
to listen to 1
know.
minute of business related content. Logan, this could be me and Jeff both sitting you down. This could be the biggest deal of your fucking life. And dude, we would be 30 seconds into the pitch from the business team of the opposing side or potential partner, and you would be gone.
Yeah.
You would be gone, bro. You'd be on your phone. You'd be on Twitter. What?
I know.
Sorry.
It just wasn't right. It just wasn't right at the time. I hate doing stuff that I hate doing.
Yep.
And like, if it's not right, it's really hard for me to convince myself to do it. And like, you know what else was the issue is? I didn't find the trifecta, which I found now. Ready? When passion meets business meets content. When I have these three things, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And everything I do now and every new kickstart that I do and every new company and brand will have those three things.
Required.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I love collecting stuff. Why don't I start a collectible exchange that I can make content with regularly? Because I do box breaks. I open cards. I'm constantly buying new shit and different types of collectibles and diversifying my portfolio. Prime. I'm an athlete. It's a hydration beverage. Partnering with KSI was an extremely way to keep and make a friend who's also a fucking force of nature. The next thing is like, originals is like that part of me that I haven't really shown online. It's that brand new thing, and it's content, it's business, art. It's my passion, creation. So yeah, bro. Like I would encourage everyone to try to find that thing that they love, and if you do it well enough and long enough, you can make a life out of it. And then you know what they say is, if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. Mac was talking about vacation yesterday. He's like, bro, why don't we go on vacation? I'm like, we were sitting with our legs in the pool at the top of the one hotel in Miami. I'm like, this is vacation. Sure, I'm like launching a company at that moment, just like on my phone doing my shit, but like, I love work. And a vacation, a standard vacation of me like going to Hawaii and like hanging out, if I have my phone, is going to end up being the same exact thing as like this, hanging out with my friends. Like, it's all I do. It's all I know.
I have a challenge for you that would heighten your happiness even more than what it is now.
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
What?
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
Watch out. It's coming from the roof. It's a bucket of water.
And the piano? What the fuck is up there?
Nice.
I think the only thing now you need to balance out is your relationships without being on your phone. I think once you really cherish the people around you, like fully, like take time away from your work.
I'm not there yet.
I know, but once you get there.
Yeah.
Once you get there, I got reminded on Instagram today when I saw Justin Bieber he posted a caption saying, "Show me something that's worth more than relationships," and it's just him with a bunch of his friends.
Passion. Remember when people would always say, and it always felt so forced, like a guru was saying it to you, do what ignites your soul. Like what makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like for a profession. And I know it's easier said than done, especially for people watching this that have student debt, kids, a house to pay for, are living paycheck to paycheck. I know it almost sounds like, yo, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, like, man, if you can just find a way, it's really hard work, but if you can just find a way to do something that makes you feel, to your point, it will save you. It will fucking save you, because there's really only a couple things that make me personally feel like that. Number one is the mental health and substance stuff. When I speak, any clip you've ever seen of me that's gone viral from the show has been me talking about those subjects. Mm-hmm. Similarly to you, when you're talking about something that you're extremely passionate about. Similarly, same with George, right? When he talks about
it's like you enter a flow state. Yep,
100%. And my only access to that flow state is via highways built from my passions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yep. Like, otherwise I can't go. I can't get there. I can't get there unless I'm talking about shit that truly fucking moves me, dude. And that's why you have to identify that as soon as possible and like fall into it.
I also attempt to understand. Like, I want to try to maintain relatability in this, because you know I'll preach these like messages of motivation, but I wonder how many people I'm just talking past because they've either chalked up their dreams or given up on something because they've constantly failed over and over again. And it, you know, I know what it's like to be demotivated repeatedly, and it sucks. And I say this with privilege, but I just wonder how many times you can press the reset button and try one more time, and then one more time, and then one more time, and eventually it works.
It's also aggravated by factors of life that we've lost touch of to an extent. You know what I'm saying? It's like imagine you have this passion project that you do every night after you come home from work. You work a 9 to 5 so that you can put food on the table for your kids, so you can pay rent at your apartment that you live at. And every night you do this passion project, and you get shut down time after time. And then you finally start to get to a point where you put something together that you feel good about and people are starting to accept it. And all of a sudden there's like an illness in the family. You know what I'm saying? Or there's like the car breaks down when you're on your way to present it to potential investors. You know what I'm saying? And like your point about privilege is just so important.
That is life testing your skin.
Yeah.
This shit is hard. Having now received a lot, I'm seeing the input that goes in and really experiencing how much I'm working to receive a certain output. And it might look easy, but it's fucking not. Like every person who's on that level of achievement works their fucking ass off. Like it is hard. Drake said the money's hard to make. It is a fact. The shit is hard. And so like, you're going to be tested.
Especially
you're going to be tried.
$1
You're going to be wrung out.
What's the point though?
Of
what is the point of it?
Of what?
At the end of the day, my point of my goals are happiness, right? Because like,
Yeah.
if I said that, it's gonna make me happy.
That should be everyone's, right?
Yeah. So I feel that the reason why, and I say this a lot, me flipping burgers at Five Guys is the exact happiness that I am doing what I'm doing now is because I didn't put my happiness second place to my goals. And I think when you start not being happy to your day-to-day, everything gets tougher. So when you know how to check yourself.
Exponentially harder, yeah.
If you know how to check yourself, and it comes with putting your pride away and humbling yourself, being grateful for what you got going on, it makes the journey a lot easier. It's kind of like that saying that like, okay, there's a wolf chained up in the dark and there's one chained up in the light. Which one lives? The answer is whichever you choose to feed. So the journey could be really fucking stressful or very, very dark and hard, or it could be beautiful and you could be enjoying every step of the way. But if you're too blinded on, I have to be there right now to be fucking happy, then you're fucked because when you get there, you're going to want more. Their journey never ends until your heartbeat does.
Are you goal-oriented?
Not anymore.
I'm not either.
At all.
Suck.
I have goals and I'm consumed by them. Reed knows that. They consume me, but my number one thing now is to be completely happy and make sure everybody around me is happy.
Interesting, because I'm very goal-oriented.
So your happiness comes from checking boxes?
No.
It doesn't?
No. My happiness comes from attempting to check the boxes.
Got it.
So that,
And
the
with-
journey is beautiful now.
With that beautiful journey, everything else flourishes.
So it works.
It works because
Have you got to where you want to be?
Yeah, and beyond.
And is there other places you want to be?
Yeah, sure.
Does that psych you out with what you got going on now?
No.
It's because you're grateful.
Very much.
100%.
Very much, yeah.
So if you don't have gratitude, okay, I want to tell you a story. When I lived at that Sycamore apartment,
Yep.
and for people that do know, I grew up in a very nice neighborhood, and I grew up with my mom and dad, and they took care of me. I came into this very gross apartment. Everything was broken. There was mold on it. I walked in, and I go, ew, what am I doing here? And then my mom laughed, and she goes, well, if this is going to bother you, pack up and leave now, because God's never going to bless you if you don't cherish what you have now. So I literally scrubbed that floor every day and cleaned up mold that would never fucking leave, and I would thank God for it. And it went from this kid that was in LA that's like, fuck, it's so hard, I'm never gonna make it, to like, dude, I can't believe the beach is 15 minutes away from me. I can't believe I get to go outside every single day and literally pursue I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Any position you're in, you could be at the fucking lowest or the highest. I promise you, there's a little crack where God could shine so much happiness into your life.
I think also language is important in the way that you think and feel. So like a verbiage shift is massive.
100. That's something I've been trying to work on more than anyone, because a lot.
I know you do it, bro.
Stop saying. I know it's very important for me, because, and this is a balance, by the way, too. I do. This is not me. We're talking about manifestation right now. There is an aspect of my mental health that is chemically driven. So as much as I want to focus on happiness, as much as I want to focus on all the good that I have in my life, gratefulness, and all of those very important aspects, unfortunately, I am somewhat a slave to the more scientific end of things, which is that I do have a chemical imbalance based on abuse that I've done to my body, based on things that I've dealt with my entire life. That said, there is no reason for me to compound that issue with poor self-talk. And so it's something I've really been really trying. Mental health, just like anything that we talk about in this show, is hard work. The happiest person is the person that works the hardest at being happy all the time. It's work. It is work. You have to train your mind, like you just talked about, to see the light in situations of darkness, right?
30 seconds out.
He's literally right on top.
Can I wrap that up with like a quick little thing? Not to get religious, 30 seconds. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. He said, let there be light, there was light. He also said that we were made in his image. If you believe in a higher power and we're made in his image, he actually showed us that he speaks things into existence. So if you don't get up every single day and tell yourself you're amazing and you're in a great place and you're going to go somewhere, you're gonna do that. But if you get up every single day, be like, oh, dude, life's hard, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Surround yourself with some people, look at the way they talk and their actions. The people that are like always saying negative things, they're fucked. The people that are always positive, they're amazing. I want you to really observe that for the next day until we come back.